Hello everyone. The next question I have received is from a GRC professional, and it says, I'm reading out, I am a GRC professional. I have a query about ISO 27701 implementation. If I need to get my organization certified on 27701 standard, how it will help me with my PDPL compliance? So I would want to call out that the ISO management system standards start with understanding the context of the organization, identifying needs and identifying the interested parties, and understanding the needs and expectations of interested parties. So if you are dealing with a protected data, regulated data, in that case your regulator or your whosoever whosoever shares the data with you, whosoever or what kind of data it is. Here it is about the privacy data, so I will say the regulator or your supervisory body is one of the interested party, and that interested party requires you to comply with your local law or local regulation. So in that case, if you are implementing ISO standard, ISO 27701 standard, in that case you have to call out that this is one of the interested party, and this interested party requires me to comply with this my local regulation or the privacy law. The requirements of that privacy law, that is PDPL, GDPR, DPDP, whatsoever, that also need to embed into your when you are defining your ISO 27701 implementation. So ISO standards respect all the local regulations, and also understand whenever there is a conflict between the requirements defined in the ISO standards with the regulation of the law, so your law or regulation will be given the priority. So you cannot do anything for implementing a particular standard. You cannot do anything which is not in compliance with the law or regulation. Fine, but ISO standards are defined in such a way that you will never find a use case where the ISO requirements are conflicting with your local law and regulation. Right? So it respects your local law and regulation, and when you implement 27701, because it is a certifiable standard, and the standard says you have to implement all your legal regulatory requirements, legal regulatory contractual and business requirements, so which includes legal and regulatory requirements as well. So once you get certified on 27701, in that case you are able to demonstrate that yes, I am complying with my local regulation as well. So if you just go with your compliance requirement like GDPR, DPDP, and you have called out PDPL requirements here, if you only comply with the PDPL requirements, you can only claim that yes, I am compliant, but there is no validation that how well your compliance is. So unless somebody independently verifies it. So ISO 27701 certification gives you that independent validation that yes, somebody is coming, evaluating, a third party independent auditor is coming, evaluating your compliance, evaluating your management system, and certifying you to declare that yes, you are following the best practices. Right? So if you are not following your PDPL requirements, you cannot get certified on 27701, or even if you get certified, you will have those gaps noted down into the audit report. So if you are getting an audit report which is clean, that is also assurance that not only you are meeting the requirements of ISO 27701 standard, but you are also meeting the requirements of your PDPL law. Fine. So I hope this is clear, and this complements each other rather than conflicts with each other. Fine. And I hope I'm able to answer your query, and go ahead with confidence, because when you present to your management, yes, my practices are certified, your management, your customers will understand the value of it, and will also appreciate, yes, you have something which is meeting the global standards. So ISO 27701 is a global standard. So I hope I'm able to answer your question, and if you have further questions, please feel free to ask me through the Ask Me a Question. Thank you so much for watching.